When the Commission of Inquiry into Land Matters had just started its work, there was hope that finally issues of land grabbing and unlawful evictions would be a thing of the past. However, this hope and the initial successes of the Commission of Inquiry are being eroded by the recent evictions that have affected thousands of people. The Commission is concerned that this development could spark off a land crisis in the country.
That is a crisis. That is lawlessness. That is not the rule of law. That is not constitutionalism. There must be something that can be done in the short run to deal with the situation. Many persons feel they cannot be protected or their rights on land will be extinguished by the stroke of a pen.
According to Justice Bamugemereire, the nature of the evictions and the impunity being perpetuated by some judicial officers and senior government officials could have far-reaching consequences in the near future if not checked.
But I know there are young judicial officers who need help, who need maybe a carrot or maybe a stick. And there are others who have probably never heard of the word values of the judiciary.
The challenge we are finding on the ground is immense. We have been to places like Rusanja, the other day in Nama, in Mukono, been in Mubende, been in Hoima, been in many places where people are being evicted.
The Commission cited a court decision and orders issued recently on Kajan Central Forest Reserve and Namamve Forest Reserve.
NFA is to suffer costs of more than 200 million Uganda shillings. And that's just general damages.
Then of course, plus costs.
Plus the costs of the suit, which will go into billions if nothing is done about it. 4 court orders have been granted over Namambe Forest Reserve, where titles were issued on an existent forest reserve. And I must note here that in Namambe there are titles lying on a gazetted National Central Forest Reserve. Made out now, and court orders and rulings being given to give away this land, which is a National Central Forest Reserve.
The Commission believes courts of law do not have powers to degazette a forest and is only a preserve of Parliament.
This judgment carries the import of degazetting a central forest, a function which is only reserved for Parliament, and not the High Court of Uganda or the judiciary in general, to gazette or degazette forests.
Even after the intervention of the Commission to block the alleged land grabber, Eric Mubiru, and others, construction is ongoing in Kajan Central Forest Reserve. Justice Bamugemereire also says the Commission has been starved of funds for it to operate effectively.
If the funding is not enough, we shall say it is not enough. If the funding is adequate, we shall keep quiet because we shall be working.
Some people think that we should not exist. It's partly because they think that we're taking a lot of money. People should bear in mind that there are those who are fighting against us. There are those who are fighting our existence.
Jingo Francis, NTV.